Ah, my dear clueless one. Let's get things straight here. You're the professional nice guy, the one who sends good morning princess messages, remembers the most useless dates, and treats her as if she were the last cookie in the pack. And you know what she does? She gives attention to the jerk who barely knows her name. Why? Because you're playing Cupid while the official jerk is playing mental chess. I'll explain to you now, no sugarcoating, why she always goes after the idiot who ignores her messages, and what you need to do to stop being the romantic doormat of the round. Spoiler: the secret isn't to become a scoundrel, it's to stop being so predictable and clingy. Pay attention, because today's lesson will save you from another decade of humiliation. Before I drop the truth you need to hear, let's align one thing here. This video only exists because someone had the decency to like and subscribe. So please don't be the digital parasite this time. Like, subscribe, and leave a thanks in the comments. It's not for me, okay? It's for the algorithm. YouTube needs to understand that this slap in the face you're about to receive needs to reach other unsuspecting people like you. Alright, then let's go. No beating around the bush, straight to the slaughter. Number 1. The jerk and the power of disinterest, or how he makes you look like a lost puppy. If there's one thing the jerk masters, it's calculated disinterest. Or in his case, maybe not even that calculated, since he probably just doesn't care. He doesn't stay on WhatsApp sending hi every half hour. He doesn't want to know what color her nail polish is today. And believe it or not, he might not even remember her middle name. And guess what happens? She becomes obsessed. Not because he's amazing, far from it, but because he triggers a kind of mental bug in her head, the challenge of conquest. Reality is cruel but clear. Humans have a weird crush on what they can't have. If it's too easy, we devalue it. That expensive hoodie you bought and never took out of the closet? Yeah. Now think the opposite. That item you had to save up for months to buy. Suddenly it becomes the crown jewel. With people, same logic. And the jerk? He's the Picasso of the art of being an unattainable trophy. He doesn't respond to messages right away, disappears when he wants, and is never fully available. This makes her invest time and energy as if she's unlocking the final boss of the game of life. When she finally succeeds, he disappears again, like a magician, but lame. Meanwhile, you, the nice guy, where are you? There, being as predictable as the sunrise, responding to messages before the second tick on WhatsApp, sending good morning, and asking how her day was before she even remembers what she had for lunch. Now answer me. Who seems more interesting in this story? Exactly, not you. Here's the dirty secret. Disinterest isn't just a cheap game. It's a way to say, without opening your mouth, that you're okay with your life. The jerk, even unintentionally, does this masterfully, probably because he's too busy taking care of his own belly button. You, in the eagerness to be the perfect guy, sound more desperate than public Wi-Fi at the airport. The irony? It's that this jerk's apathy traps her in an endless loop. Why isn't he responding? Does he have someone else? He just doesn't like me? This mental game creates attachment. His absence becomes synonymous with desire. And guess who never manages to provoke this effect? You, the walking emoji of constant attention. Before you think the solution is to become a complete idiot, let me save you the embarrassment. The issue here isn't about being insensitive or treating her badly. It's about posture, my friend. Having your own life, real priorities, and most importantly, understanding that your happiness shouldn't depend on how she sees you. The jerk does this effortlessly. After all, he wasn't very concerned in the first place. The problem with the nice guy is losing your essence in the attempt to please. You cancel plans with friends, abandon your hobbies, and start living for her. The jerk, he's out there playing soccer, drinking beer, or sleeping with a clear conscience because he doesn't care if she's online or not. That doesn't make him better, just less boring. He sends a powerful message, I am enough by myself. Now listen up. Disinterest works because it creates mystery. It leaves space for her to wonder, for her to imagine. And believe me, the nice guy will never achieve that while living as if he were her official fan club. Oh, and before you go around ignoring messages on purpose thinking you've become a Zen master, be careful. Doing that without understanding the context will only make you look like a fifth-rate jerk. The trick here is to have a truly interesting life, not pretend to have one. In the end, the jerk wins because he doesn't put her on a pedestal. He values himself, and that forces her to fight for a place on his stage. The secret isn't to transform into a generic idiot, but to find a balance. Prioritize yourself without needing to demean anyone. Ready to stop being the good morning flower of the day? Good luck. You're going to need it. Number 2. The jerk puts himself first, and you continue being the shadow of your own life. The jerk has a simple yet brutally effective skill. He knows he doesn't need her to be happy, and she knows it. He doesn't seek validation, doesn't live hanging on his phone waiting for her hi, and much less goes out of his way to please. And that? It's an emotional aphrodisiac. You, the nice guy, are there thinking that the prize for your blind devotion will be her love. No, my friend, the prize is pity. That's right, pity. While you're swapping your football with friends to be her personal Uber, or abandoning your projects to solve the little drama she created, the jerk is occupying his place in the universe, working, going out, living his own life without asking for permission. He's not an ogre, he just has priorities. And his number 1 priority? Himself. The issue here is simple. Boundaries. The jerk knows the importance of saying no. He doesn't chase approval. He knows his worth and isn't willing to negotiate that. You probably don't say no even to the waiter when he brings soda instead of water. Result? You become an emotional doormat. And you know what happens when you're always accessible, always available, and say yes to everything? You lose her respect. You lose respect for yourself. And in the end, you lose her. Respect is the game here, my friend. The jerk doesn't try to earn her respect. He already has his own. He doesn't need anyone to validate his existence. And, ironically, that's what makes him so attractive. Self-sufficiency screams confidence. Dependence whispers weakness. Now, a quick lesson in emotional survival. Self-worth is not optional. If you don't put yourself first, don't expect others to do it for you. This means learning to take care of yourself, and yes, prioritizing what matters in your life, even if it means disappointing someone. Let's take a practical example. She sends you a message asking you to come to her house because she just remembered she needs help assembling a shelf. You're in the middle of something important. The nice guy drops everything and rushes to attend to the princess. The jerk responds with, "Can't today, I have commitments." Result? She learns that he's a man with his own life, while you continue being her multi-purpose tool. And here's another painful truth. People don't want partners who live for them. It might seem like they do, but deep down, it generates disinterest. Being available 24/7 turns you into a guarantee, and humans don't value guarantees. They value challenges. Oh, and before you start pretending disinterest thinking you'll become the new Jedi Master of relationships, a warning. It needs to be genuine. If you don't believe in your own worth, none of this will work. Authenticity isn't an accessory, it's the foundation of the game. The jerk wins because he truly believes the world spins without her. And, spoiler, he's right. You, as long as you keep spinning around her, will just be another disposable satellite. Now, will you continue being her driver, or will you finally take the wheel of your life? Choose. Either you stay there whining in the corners, or you wake up and learn to truly value yourself. If you're tired of being the idiot she makes a doormat, who accepts any crumb and is still kicked like trash when she sees fit, then wake up. It's time to stop swallowing disrespect and flip this dirty game. Go to the description and grab the digital book I left for you. After reading it, you'll learn to be a real challenge, to never bow your head again, and to put any woman in her place without mercy or pity. Enough of being trampled and discarded like a useless. If you want respect, then start acting like a man who demands respect. Number 3, women don't want perfection, they want emotion. Oh sure, you thought being the perfect guy, a true charming prince, would make her fall in love, right? How sweet. Too bad reality is a bit crueler. Women don't want boring predictability. They want to feel something, anything, except the mortal boredom of knowing you're as exciting as an Excel spreadsheet. And this is where the jerk steals the scene. He, with his art of being a walking chaos, creates a carousel of emotions. He disappears, appears, promises, and doesn't keep them, and leaves her wondering what the next move will be. No, she's not dumb or masochistic. It's just that the human mind loves the unpredictable. Simple as that. Think of a TV series. In the first episode, they already give you the happy ending. Everyone will live forever in harmony. No one dies, nothing goes wrong. Would you really watch the rest? Of course not. No surprises, no twists, you change the channel. That's exactly what happens with The Nice Guy. He's a boring and predictable program. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. How was work? Always available. Always sweet. Always boring. We appreciate the effort, but that doesn't give anyone butterflies in their stomach. Now, the jerk. He's the unpredictable plot line. One day he's sweet. The next, he vanishes from the map. He makes her laugh and suddenly ignores her. It's an emotional roller coaster, sometimes frustrating, but never boring. And that's where the secret lies. He knows that intense emotions are what keep the interest alive. But calm down. I'm not telling you to become an official jerk. The idea here is simple. Break the monotony. Break patterns. Do something unexpected. Don't be the guy who sends good morning every single day like a human alarm clock. Be the guy who sends a funny message, tells a crazy story, or, look at that, doesn't send a message because he's busy living a real life. And another thing, learn to say no. The jerk was born with that gift. He doesn't live available to everyone. He doesn't sacrifice himself for any nonsense. That, my dear, creates necessary tension. And the nice guy? He lives to please. He never knows how to say no. And guess what? That makes him as interesting as a grocery list. Now, pay attention. It's not love that keeps people connected. It's the intensity of emotions. If you're the safe, comfortable, and stable guy, she might even like you, but she won't lose sleep thinking about you. The jerk, on the other hand, with his unpredictable ways, does it effortlessly. And look, it's not that she wants a perfect guy. Quite the opposite. She wants someone who challenges her, creates memories, makes her laugh until her stomach hurts, and sometimes leaves her irritated. It's the emotional mix that matters, not the perfection package. But for the love of all that is sacred, don't confuse that with playing stupid games. It's not about disappearing on purpose, ignoring messages, or acting toxic. The trick is simple. Have an interesting life. Be someone with ambitions, hobbies, and stories to tell. Someone who isn't available 24/7 because, look at that, he's busy being amazing. In summary, emotion is what hooks her. Be the guy who generates curiosity, not the one who only delivers predictability. Now go and apply this before the next jerk steals the scene. So, to sum up the opera, the jerk triumphs because he knows, or simply is, that maintaining a bit of strategic disinterest, valuing himself, and messing with her emotions is a lethally attractive combination. The nice guy, he loses badly. Why? Because he's more predictable than a 6 o'clock soap opera, always available and turns her life into the main project of your existence. Applause for failure. Now, you have two very simple choices. Continue being the same doormat as always, or finally wake up and change this ridiculous game. Want to start? First, value yourself. Stop being the extra in her story and become the protagonist of yours. Then bring mystery, intensity, and a bit of emotion to the table. But do it for real, without pretending to be something you're not. No one wants a bad actor on stage. Now it's up to you. Which of these points do you think destroys your relationships the most? Comment here, because I want to see if you're getting it or if you're going to keep insisting on the same mistakes. And of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. In the next video, I'll show you how to create habits that make you irresistible. And no, there are no cheap games. Until then, try not to mess everything up again, okay?